It's empty, Gale.
Baby. Welcome, everybody. It is Thursday night. It is a night of horror conversations. Thank you for joining me tonight. I am Mick Manhattan. I'm the media relations partner for Carolina Fear Fest, and I run the Scene Snobs, and we are the official run all of this for you, the YouTubes and stuff. So I don't have words because words are not for me tonight, only announcements. They're what I'm going to be working with, but then we're going to play a very special game. We're going to have some debaters on, and they've got the words, and that's going to be a lot of fun. So if you have any questions about Carolina Fear Fest 2025, I hope you will be asking and hanging out with us in the comments. It's very much always like to hear from everybody. And if I don't get to your comment, I'm sorry, but make sure you come back next time and leave a comment again, and I will definitely try and get to it. All right, but we do have some announcements to go over today before I bring on my guests and we get to our game, which we will explain. We're still trying to wait for some people to come in as they watch, but we're going to play a game called Real Combat, REEL. It is a game I invented on my channel, the Scene Snobs Channel, a while ago. I love this game. It is so much fun. So basically, the premise is, and I'm not going to give the rules just yet, but the premise is we're going to bring two debaters on. They have horror movies that they each think I should watch, and I'm going to make them debate. So it's going to be an interesting one. I do have fun with this one. I do like it, like I said. We play a lot. We don't always do horror movies over on the Scene Snobs channel. Primarily, they end up being horror movies because some of the greatest people come on and they share it with us. But Real Combat is the name of the game, and we love doing it, and we hope you will be a part of it. So, all right, let's get ready and get out of here. And then, we got some comments. What's up, Steve's Retro Rewind? Thank you for joining in, sir. We appreciate you as always. And you're in for quite the treat tonight. So we're gearing up. It's getting exciting. Carolina Fear Fest is going to be here before you know it. It's just a little over a month away. Just a little over a month. Are you excited? Will you be there? And if you are going, what are you looking forward to? What are you most looking forward to? We have great panels that are going to be lined up. We're also, I might as well announce these now, considering they involve me. And if you remember me, like I said, the Scene Snob, I'm there every year. I'm your cinematic crusader through the journey of horror movies while we're there. But we're going to be doing two games. And they're two games that I play over on my channel, and I've played at Carolina Fear Fest before. Of course, it's Real Combat. We're going to be playing that live with all of you in one of the panel rooms. You'll be or even on the main stage, it might be. So sorry. So we're still working on placement, but I want you guys to be there. I want you to hang out, and then you guys will be able to debate, and I will figure out which movie I'm going to watch. Maybe a special guest if we can get one. But we're also going to do a game called Stump the Scene Snob. Now, if you come every year, it's I do Stump the Scene Snob. I give away little trophies, and it's always a lot of fun. Everybody always seems to enjoy it. Well, last year, it was such a rave. A lot of people talked about it, and I appreciate that. Thank you so much. It is very cool to get such nice compliments. But the cool part about this is they want to do that on the main stage. It's going to be Stump the Scene Snob on the main stage, and that is where you guys get to ask me questions. We're going to have rules once we get there. One of the biggest rules is so if you're setting up your questions beforehand, they have to be in the movie. Like there's certain degrees or levels. Like I'm going to have a lot of questions coming my way, and getting as intricate as you can. If you beat me, if you Stump the Scene Snob, get one of those little trophies, and I love it. I cannot wait. So, but let's get to more of what we're talking about, what's going on. So before I announce the final guest announcement, before we start Real Combat, we get started, we have a sponsor coming in, a great new streaming service called the B Stream. You should go check them out. Why should you go check them out? Because they're going to be there at CFF taking care of things. They are making sure that they are preserving. And I love this. This is a big thing. If you know me or you watch my channel or anything, film preservation is very important. I do not care what level. All right. If it's from B all the way to Z, whatever, film preservation is important in some way, shape, or form. We have a lot of great people doing that. especially physical media. I think we can all sense that now and know that now. But physical media is so important. It's great, but we do need to preserve all films. Some have been lost forever, and it's a hard thing. We never want that to happen again. Well, the B stream is doing that with some of these great B movies from back in the day, horror and more. And they are definitely dialing up the horror. And you're going to have a great time if you're a horror fan. So check out the B stream. 50% off code for all attendees. You will be getting one. Our VIPs get 3 months free. 1 year free to our film festival winners. And they will screen the winners in advance. And if they aren't interested, they may pick them. I think that's fantastic. That's fantastic and so cool. And it is a great opportunity if it's possible. And we'll see what happens. But I am one of the judges for the film festival. And it has been an interesting year. That is for sure. I watched a lot of really fun stuff, a lot of really cool stuff. And I dug it. I'm in it. So I cannot see what comes out. All I've done is done my ratings and stuff like that. But I want you guys to come out, check out these movies. They're going to be so much fun. But let's get to the next announcement, which is Animazement. Do you guys like anime? Anime is an important thing. It's a beautiful work of art in the Japanese culture, and I've always been a big fan. No, I'm just kidding. I know nothing about anime. But I do have a deep appreciation for it because has a very deep appreciation for it, and I think it's important, and it's also preservation of beautiful things, right? And anime is beautiful. Well, Animazement convention is in Raleigh that weekend, and if you are a fan of not just horror, but anime, we have the Con Hopper Pass, and you can go check that out, and that will give you time at both conventions, and you get to live the best of both worlds. Maybe one day here, one day there. Go check out the Con Hopper Pass. The Carolina Fear Fest link.com is down below in the description. You go check it out there. The guests, as we've announced so far, Bill Moseley, Malcolm McDowell, Alex Vincent, Christine Lease, Tyler Labine. Get rid of that so it starts clicking and beeping. Tyler Labine, Kyle Labine, Samantha Mathis, William Catt, Nancy Loomis, Eileen Dietz, Tracy Lords, Daniel Roebuck, Tiffany Shepis, John Abrahams. This is such a wild list. And the final guest announcement from Face Off and so many other projects, V. Neal will be there. And another cool thing, we're trying to get her to be, well, I think that actually she will be judging, actually. So she will be judging with the Jones Brothers the special effects contest. If you don't know what that's about, you're going to have a good time. If you like movie effects, come on down because we have the great contest coming back this year. We didn't do it last year. We did demonstrations, and that was very cool. But the contest was in high demand, and it is back. So I'm excited for it. Michael Christopher Jones, thank you for joining. Will there be any DVD, Blu-ray, 4K vendors this year? The one guy who had their movies last year was selling bootlegs. Ooh. I do not. There usually is. I'd have to double check. I don't know. So on the next show, I'll find out, more information if I can about who will have what, or if there's any exclusive movie vendors. So I'll let you know as soon as I know that. But check out the next episode for that answer. Thank you for asking. All right, we're gonna get started. So Real Combat, REEL. I don't have the graphic up. I'm still working on a new one, but Real Combat is a debate game, movie debate game that I came up with. I think it's almost 4 years now, 4 or 5 years. And basically, I'm going to take 2 contestants, and they each have a movie in mind, a horror movie that they think I should watch. They're going to share that movie. I have no idea what it is. It comes to me blind. Once we're live, we're live. And then they're each going to tell me their movie. And then they're going to go through a series of rounds. First round, they're going to debate each other. They're going to debate on why I should watch their movie. That's the question at hand. Then they're going to get rebuttals. Then they're going to tell me why I shouldn't watch the other person's movie. And it should get interesting. And I'll make my final verdict. This is how we play it. We are bringing it to Carolina Fear Fest live. It's going to be a lot of fun. I really we played it a little bit last year with Amelie McLean from Terrifier 2. and it was a lot of fun. So we're going to build it back up. People really liked it and asked for it, so bringing it back. But we're going to show you guys tonight, and I'm going to bring on my guests. Mr. Sir Sturdy, you know him well. How are you, Sir Sturdy?
I'm good, man. I'm good. How's it going?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. Why don't you tell them about your channel and where you're from real quick before I bring Roy
on? Well, as you know, Sir Sturdy from Horror with Sir Sturdy, where I do a bunch of podcasting over there and gaming. Vision Gaming, which I'm changing my YouTube channel to Vision. The podcast name is still gonna be Horror with Sir Sturdy, but I do so much stuff over there. Like I do a lot of gaming over there, horror gaming mostly, but any type of gaming. So the channel is gonna be Vision in the very near future. But anyways, Horror Sir Sturdy podcast. It's the best horror podcast out there. You guys should definitely go check it out. Have a great time on there. The best way I can explain it to you is just I try to make the environment like two friends just sitting down, drinking whatever you drink, and just talking about whatever movie we're talking about at the end of the day, because it's just like going back to like our childhood of watching these films, and you sit down with your family and friends, brothers, cousins, whoever you have, and you just have these fun conversations about these movies or what you would do if you're in these movies. So I said, why not do it as an adult? You know, I love it, and I can afford to get the movies now, and I'm allowed to watch them.
That is a very important distinction.
I wonder if that took away some of the fear of watching of horror movies for me, because I don't really get scared of horror anymore. I mean, jumping's jumping, but you know what I mean.
I think
that fear of getting fear of getting caught, you know what I mean, by your parents watching it. And if you have the parent, because some parents, they let their kids watch it right away, like I probably would, but there's some that's like, no, you're not watching this till you're whatever, or I don't want this crap in my house type of deal. I wonder if there's that little bit of, because there's a rebelliousness of watching horror movies as a kid. There's that excitement of it.
That's a great question. I love that question.
But does the fear go with? But does the fear also go with it?
I don't know. We're going to save that for a future podcast.
Nice.
Because I'm going to bring on Roy now. I do love that, though. I love that topic, so let's hold on to it. So, Roy Rogers is here, my good buddy. Now, I can ask you something, Roy, real quick. I need your opinion. So I talked a lot about I go down here for this show. I talked a lot about special effects and how important they are to horror movies.
Mm-hmm.
No, not to put you on blast. You're a VFX guy.
Mm-hmm.
In your opinion, I know you've worked on horror movies.
Mm-hmm.
So, in your opinion, do you think practical or do you think visual effects work better in movies?
I think a combination of both is always the best, because the practical stuff, I mean, you can't beat it for it's a real thing that was filmed on camera. Mm-hmm. But where we come in to help with that is that a good example is Zodiac. The blood splatter in the car when he shoots the people, that's all CG and is all VFX, because they wanted to be able to do take after take after take. And if there was real blood,
that cleanup is not going to go well.
Every time they wanted to do another take. So, I mean, it's just it's all it is. It's a combination of both, I think, is what makes things the best. Because I mean, it's still us anyway. Like in Star Wars and Star Trek, they're like practical model spaceships, but then somebody like me was putting them together into the footage.
Which is another movie series you worked on, but I'm not going to say much more. I'm not going to say much more. Just saying. Build in your credence. I'm actually excited. So I love that answer. I do want to ask one thing. So on a film set, who is somebody that is pivotal to making that work?
Well, the VFX supervisor and the special effects team will probably be in communication with each other.
Yeah.
Because they're going to be talking with the director, like, what exactly do we want to happen here? Like, say a character gets his head cut off, so like, how are we going to do this? Are we going to have a dummy with that blood's going to spray out of it when the head gets cut off? Or, maybe you want to have a scene where the person is talking and then there's like the shock of they get like mid-sentence, they get their head cut off.
Yeah.
That's going to have to be a VFX thing because naturally, obviously, you can't cut the actor's head off.
Well, I mean, I'm sure there's some directors.
It might, take a pay bump. You can go ahead and cut my head off.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, I definitely asked that question specifically for you.
Okay.
Because I know how important you think visual effects supervisors are on set at all times. And I know lots of filmmakers out there who might have needed to hear that.
No.
So I figured I'd let you share that with them today. So, all right, let's get started. We're going to start with Real Combat. Let me just check the comments, see what everybody's saying. We have Kevin Smith says, can't wait to come back. Last year was my first year and had a fun time. Well, Kevin, thank you so much for coming out, man. We're glad we had you, and it's going to be a great time this year, too. Did you say V. Neal was the final celebrity guest? Yes. That is who I have. V. Neal. I did not watch Face Off. I did look her up, though. Impressive. Very impressive stuff. But yeah, so I'm still like, but that is the final guest. I know we're a big special effects practical community. Lots of 80s heads, horror heads in here, and that is a fantastic thing, and I love it. But I'm just saying, man, 2011 The Thing. That's Roy's favorite movie of all time. So, get you killed by everybody, all the horror fans out there. Even Sturdy's kind of like boiling now.
No,
all right.
Listen.
I'm not going to make it way too long. Sturdy has a great show at 8 o'clock, so make sure you join in and watch that. But here we go. Everybody ready? Real Combat, the ultimate movie debate show. And here we're going to get into it. First, I need to know the potential movies I will be watching. So we're going to talk about that and introduce those. Sturdy, what's your movie?
The Devil Bat.
The what?
1940. The Devil Bat.
Devil
1940.
Bat. Okay.
Starring Bela Lugosi.
What is your movie?
I'm still not sure which one I want to pick.
Oh, what was the one that you picked but you couldn't remember the name of? Tell us.
I found it.
Oh, you did find it.
I did find it. I don't remember it well enough, and so like I kind of want to put it out there, but I also I would have a hard time.
I'm gonna tell you this right now. I don't remember the Devil Bat like this. I was just looking through movies that I watched within the past year, and the Devil Bat I watched in November one time. So I'm just going with it.
I'm gonna go with, even though I'm just gonna stick with Hereditary.
Hereditary. Okay, so we have the Devil Bat from 1943 versus Hereditary.
Yes, sir.
This is going to be an interesting one. We're going to get into round one real quick. But what was the other movie? Because I'm interested.
The other one was Sightseers.
I remember that movie, but I've never seen it. I remember the trailer at the beginning of like a VHS tape I rented once.
I don't know. It's from 2012.
Then what am I thinking of? It's not about people on a vacation. And
it is about people going on vacation. But
maybe I'm thinking of the wrong movie. My bad. Anyway, I said I didn't see it.
It was one I haven't.
It probably would have won.
I looked up the plot and it refreshed my memory a little bit, but I'm like, I can't remember.
I'll stick with the one you got now.
Okay.
Hereditary. All right, it's gonna be an uphill battle for you, my friend.
Probably.
I'm not a big fan of Ari Aster or Hereditary. Good, beautiful movie. Beautiful movie. He needs a co-writer. He needs a co-writer. That's all I'm going to say. Anyway, let's get into it. Flip of the coin. Black man goes first. What do you got for me?
For Devil Bat?
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you right now. First of all, it's still the legend Bela Lugosi. And this is I've only seen a handful of his movies. Well, maybe like 2 or 3. But this is my favorite one by far. By far. Like, I don't even care about Dracula when it comes to this movie. And it's short, which I know a lot of people, it's tough sitting there watching a 2-hour movie. This movie's only about an hour and maybe 15 minutes, 20 minutes tops. That's huge. I don't even think it's that long, but that right there it's black and white, which if you're like me, that is an easy cheat code Don't know why. It's just like a comfortable watch. Black and white films are such a comfortable watch. You're gonna get that with this, and it's a big ass bet. I'll get to more when he asks more questions though, because I forgot how this game goes.
That was a good one. That was a good one. All right, so good sell, good sell. I have seen The Devil's Bat. I do like The Devil's Bat. I don't know if I want to watch The Devil's Bat because I want to hear what Roy has to say about Hereditary. Go ahead, sir.
I'm not actually like the hugest horror movie fan in the world. I know that I'm gonna get lambasted, but that's what I like. Hereditary is a movie that I actually enjoy because it's not about the jump scares and whatnot that so many other horror movies. And I know there's other good ones too, but that was I don't come across. I don't watch like every horror movie that comes down the pike, and sometimes I hear good things about them, and I'll check one out, and I'll find that I really like one, and I liked the way the movie worked in how it created the atmosphere and the creepiness of everything, and didn't quite tell you what was going on.
All right. So, you know what I love about this show is you never know because I don't prep anything. I prep my portion of it, but I don't, and that's what's going to be fun. I didn't do too much prep because we're trying to show this off for everybody when they're at the con if they want to be a part of it.
Yeah.
But, the one thing I really enjoy about this is some people like Sturdy. You've been a part of it, man. You picked your first time you were ever on a show. You picked one of the worst movies ever made,
Purposely.
and I picked it over a movie I like. So, Joe, you're in the running, man. Like, don't think Hereditary's out because like that was actually like I was like it's probably gonna be like immediately I was like it's probably gonna be Devil's Bat, man. I hate Hereditary, and that just made me feel like I kind of want to watch it.
You know what? Really quick, Vic. You know what's funny is when I make CFF again, and say you're still doing the real combat on the main stage, I have my movie already in the back of my mind. You already know what it is. We watch it as a watch party. It's
That's
fun
not
movie.
You know what the problem with that is? In my mind, I was already thinking about it saying, you know what? If somebody chooses that, it wins automatically. Helen Keller versus the Night Wolves.
Because that's something I want people to really see. Win, lose, or draw in these
Helen
debates.
Keller versus the Night Wolves. If you had said that, you would have won. Because that is the greatest. And it's free to watch on YouTube.
Yep.
It's a travesty. It should be making more money. Anyway, that's out of these two movies. So I realize this is chaotic, but we are the Scene Snobs. It's about absurdity. Enjoy it, love it, embrace it. That's what it's about. So
I want to say this too, though, like with the real combat thing, because we did get to do it last year, like Mick was saying, for CFF.
Yeah,
it's so much different in person. Like it's fun online like this, but it's different in person.
Well, the show is a little more tighter when I do it on our channel. This is just to show how it works.
I know that. No. I don't even mean it like that. I just mean like
graphics
as far as
and everything, sound effects.
Because you see the people there. Like I'll use last year as an example because I know it's going to happen again to where people are kind of just sitting on their hands. Hey, who wants to come up? And I was like, fuck it, let's go, Paul. Let's go. I called Paul out just so we can get it going. But after that, people just wanted to come up.
You guys couldn't go up again. The line was too long. Everybody wanted to play.
And that's how it'll be there. Trust me, it's fun. Don't be shy. Sturdy won't be shy.
Just jump up.
Sturdy won't be there to throw himself under the bus or whatever. Throw himself in front of everybody to go do it because I'll gladly do it. Just if you're there at the Fat Con, don't be shy. Go up there as soon as he announces it and he's talking about hey, he wants to come up. Just raise your. He's gonna call you up. He's not one of these people. It's gonna be no. First person that gets their hand up, go. Just go up there.
It's gonna be a fun time for sure. So we're gonna get to round 2.
Yes.
I am on the fence, people. I like one of these movies. This man right here may have just swayed me a bit with his
I like both of these movies.
I can't get over these movies. I can't like it's so funny these like the differences between these movies. And I love it. I'm here for it. That's another thing too. It's like, what am I in the mood for? And I'll probably end up watching both because I do that every time I do the show. But I always have a double feature. But I'm gonna let you go first this time, Roy. Any rebuttals at all to what Sturdy said in the beginning about his movie? Like, you know, he talked about black and white movies, talked about a lot of different things. Is there anything that you would say, well, this Hereditary is this?
It's color. It's got color, so it's better. No.
I would have given anything.
I mean, I don't know. A debate. The two movies are so going to be so different.
Exactly. Sell it to me. You're losing it now.
Yes, there's color and there's better lighting.
We don't know that for sure. I mean, some of that old Val Lewton lighting was fantastic. All right, that was not.
I don't know.
Roy, you got round one. Sturdy doesn't have to say much, I think, right now. But Sturdy, what's your rebuttal for why I should watch Devil Bat over Hereditary?
I'll say it's an easier watch, it's a more comfortable watch. Hereditary is an amazing fucking film. I actually love that damn movie, but it's just an easier watch. As far as, I mean, we have the head meets pole scene. Some people that may bother them. It's not scary. It's not scary. Like if you want to get kind of like that old school horror feel, kind of like not as funny, but these type of black and white films honestly give me the Scooby-Doo feel. Not like with the simplicity of it, the comfortableness of it. I mean, even the sound effects are very similar. Like the ooh, all that bullshit ghost sound. You get that from these movies. And for whatever reason, I just like it. And with the Devil Bat, I mean, this man, he gets screwed over. So he's like, I'm gonna show them. And he makes like this aftershave. He ends up making perfume too. And he just sprays it on these people, and it attracts this big ass bat, and it goes and kills for him, does his bidding. How can you not like that?
It is a wild movie. You're for sure. You that was an interesting round. And just to say, Sturdy, I think you might have swayed me the other way. With something you said.
What did I say? Did I love her?
You know what it was? I want a more cerebral watch at the moment. And you said Scooby-Doo and I was like, I don't know if I'm in for that right now.
But it's true though. Like if you really watch the Devil, I'm not saying with the goofiness and the silliness of it, but just like the simplicity of it. And you can see somehow the Devil Bat being involved in Scooby-Doo and Bela Lugosi's character being the one that sends the bat. It's not a real Devil Bat killing, but you know what I mean. That would work with Scooby. Hereditary is not going to work with Scooby. That's too much. That's way too much for Scooby in the game. They can't handle that.
That'd be amazing. All right. We're going to switch it up for round 3. So sometimes I do this, people, on the show. So what I'll do is I'll usually have 2 people go back and forth if they know each other's movies about why I shouldn't watch the other. Now, if they're not very familiar with both movies or whatever, I tend to switch it up. And now I'm going to ask some questions of each of you about your movies. And that will help me decide. Roy, for you first.
Okay.
All right, here we go. In this movie, what moves you about it? What actually draws you in and makes you feel that scary feel?
I think for me it's like there's like the narrative, the way the story is told. You never know what the villain is doing, and you're not even sure who the villain is, like throughout the movie. There's just, it seems like you're it's framed like you're watching, a drama with family had a tragic past, and then all this weird stuff starts happening, and there's reasons for it, but you're just not explicitly told what they are. And it's a movie that I like that I haven't actually watched it start to finish since the first time I saw it. But it's a movie I know that you can go back through and spot the details of where it was hinting at things. I always enjoy that in movies when there's little things that are put out, in your face, but you don't really know what to make of them yet until the end when it kind of comes together.
I have one for I have one for you since you like cerebral films. Watch Heretic. I think
Heretic.
I think you really like
that-
Heretic with Hugh Grant.
Yeah, the Hugh Grant one.
I think if you like Hereditary, you're gonna love that.
I've seen trailers for it.
Yeah, that's definitely one that I would check out when you get a chance. Very cerebral like that too. Now, Sturdy, the Devil Bat.
Yes.
Why is, like, comparatively to Dracula, what is it about this movie that is your favorite Bela Lugosi movie? Because that's a tall order. He's also on The Wolfman. He's in a lot of really good stuff.
I gotta see more of his movies. Don't get me wrong, but I like the way that he portrayed. Like, one, it's a revenge film. I'll say it's probably my, I don't know where it would be on revenge film list, but it would be my top 5, I think, because again, they screwed him over. They screwed him out of money, and he's like, I'm gonna show you and get you with the devil bat. And just a unique way of using a bat in a horror film with the lotion, and it kind of made me think of which is different, but it made me think of Man Bat from Batman.
Yeah, I remember that one too.
If I'm not mistaken, wasn't there something that he was like attracted? Wasn't there something he was attracted to?
There
besides
always
stealing stuff, there was always something, and just stuff like that. And I just really, really enjoyed Bela Lugosi. I thought he was awesome. I really enjoyed his performance. And as you guys know, well, you may or may not know, I'm not a huge fan of vampires, unless it's like the more violent type. And Dracula, Bela Lugosi, Dracula definitely wasn't. For its time, yes, but that's not what Sturdy likes for vampires.
He likes glowing chests in the sunlight.
That's
at all.
What
he likes.
Only if it's mine.
He likes Robert Pattinson.
Batman,
with
not that other
all
stuff.
over him.
But
he likes his werewolves to have long hair like Taylor Lautner.
That's just weird, Mike.
It's your age, your fantasy. All right. If I were to do a double feature, Sturdy, I'll start with you. Mm-hmm. If I were to do a double feature with your choice, what's another movie you would choose to go with it?
To watch with this, before this, or after this?
It's up to you.
That's a good ass question.
You want me to, Roy? You want me to go to you first, and or if you have one, or why don't you think of the same? And when you guys have it, let me know.
Just say it.
Damn. This is going to be the hinge.
I would pair it with Midsommar.
I love that freaking. See, I love your picks, man. This is how I lost before, because I kept speaking so much of the other person, my opponent's move.
This is why he was a frustrating roommate.
Oh man, such a great movie.
He always had to watch Highbrow. When we watched Big Bang Theory together, he understood all the smart jokes, and he never let you forget it.
Creature from the Black Lagoon, because it's my favorite. My favorite out of those monsters.
I'm ready to render my verdict. And I'm going to, for this episode, I'm sorry. All right?
No need to be
I'm
sorry.
sorry. But I'm going to have to go with the Devil Bat. Hereditary almost won, but I really don't like Midsommar.
those movies. I want to see that. I'm so, and I hate to watch long movies. I still want to. I gotta get my hands on the director's cut. I've been saying this for the past couple of years, and you just go out and bite the bullet and buy it for Hereditary, just for extra, or not Hereditary. Sorry, Midsommar.
Do you know what it is? They're thinly veiled character pieces. They're not great. Like, I've seen better character studies in The White Lotus, and
I haven't seen that.
Same. It's not bad. It's great filmmaking.
We've talked about it a little bit.
Oh yeah, a little bit. But for he makes things look so beautiful, and he's such an inventive and gorgeous filmmaker. But his stories just feel hollow. And I would say out of all of them, probably Hereditary is the one that feels the least hollow.
Mm-hmm.
My biggest issue with that is I think they took the wrong direction with the bad guy. Not the bad guy, but the main antagonist and what occurred, what was happening. It's killer visual effects. Fire scene was awesome, for sure. Speaking of heads coming off, right? But I'm gonna have to give it to the Devil Bat And it's not hinged on the double feature. I'm just kidding, of course. But the Devil Bat is a black and white, and I think I'm always going to have be a little more partial towards black and white films if I'm always going to like get there. So hint, hint, Roy, if you come back on the show,
I'm going to change mine then.
What do you got? Sightseers from 1948.
The Lighthouse.
That's a good one. If you had picked that one, that would have been
black and white.
It's true. You would have covered the black and white. Dude, you should have done, was it the new Godzilla movie?
-1?
The -1, the black and white version.
-1, minus color.
Oh,
that's
so
just cheating, though.
That would, yeah, that's that one.
I would have just said that. I would have just came out with that movie. That just like, you know what, Mick, I got to go. Bye. I won.
I think the only one that's ever going to be a full-on, definitely a winner, and I'm not going to allow it going forward for it. So anybody who tries to do this during the convention, not going to allow it. Back to the Future always win. But how many times did we go see that in theaters? Oh, remember the DeLoreans? No, anyway, I'm getting off track. I love that movie so much. But I forgot what I was saying. Because I started thinking about Back to the Future. You do this every time.
Basically, what he's saying, people, is there's a movie that if you choose this, it's not allowed on there because it's always going to win.
Oh, Helen Keller versus the Night Wolves.
Oh, yeah.
That's an automatic winner.
I was thinking of the one with the cup.
Jeez, all right. Listen, I want to thank my contestants. I'm going to put you guys back in the green room while I close out the show. And I want to say thank you guys so much for being on, and congratulations to the winner, Sturdy. Roy, great choice. And we're gonna have to do this again sometime. Seriously, I have to get you back on Real Combat. I'll get you on a non-horror Real Combat, maybe a sci-fi, special sci-fi episode.
Just because it's not my genre.
You're a sci-fi guy.
Enjoy the best of that genre. I don't. Yeah.
Would you be open to doing like a just for future reference, like a more like an open one, like whatever, you bring your genre, your movie, you bring your genre, your movie?
Oh yeah, I do those most. That it's so like you can do a horror.
See,
but
I'm always maybe it's just because I always pick horror, and every time I went up against some of those horrors, I just assumed that would always win.
I think I just know a lot of horror fans.
Yeah,
and that's an awesome thing.
But no, next time
I would love to do a sci-fi one, or maybe drama. We'll do The English Patient. Let's get crazy.
We could get into an argument about whether a movie is a science fiction movie or not.
Save that for our main show.
Hang on now, Nick. I forgot the title of that movie. Because me and James were talking about it the other day at work. I was like, I forgot the title of the movie, and I was glad I forgot the title of the movie. But thanks for bringing up bad memories.
I know. We had to watch The English Patient recently, and this is the second time I had to watch it, so I hated myself even more.
So bad.
But yeah. I just want to say thank you guys so much for jumping on. I'm going to put you in the back and end the show. So take care, Roy. Thank you for your choice of Hereditary. Sturdy, thank you for your choice. You want to say anything? But anyway, I don't think I saw him talking still down in the green room. I don't think he knew I'd kicked him out, but I love Sturdy. I love Roy. They're fantastic guys. You're going to see Roy and I tomorrow. We're going to be live on the Scene Snobs podcast with the return of Paul. He's back, and we're going to have a good time because we're talking sequels. That's right, people, sequels. Are they really better than the original? We'll get into it and more. Plus our top 5 movies that we thought deserved a sequel but never got one. I'll also be reviewing the wonderful, the fantastic Minecraft movie. No, I'll be reviewing Minecraft movie and a movie called Holland, which is right up there with Hereditary, but we'll get to that later. But guys, like I said, there was many announcements tonight. We Real Combat you just saw. That was something we were playing out for you guys. We might do it a couple more times, but we will be playing it at the convention, so hopefully you'll be a part of it. Stump the Scene Snobs. Like I said, it's going to be up on the main stage. We'll explain the rules as it's coming out, and then you guys will be able to be a part of it. Go check out the Con Hopper Pass for Animazement Con. That is live, ready to buy. You can get tickets for that and Carolina Fear Fest, be able to go to both, best of both worlds. The B Stream, like I said, is offering 50% off code for all attendees. That's awesome. They are trying to preserve awesome B movies and like lower movies that we love. VIPs will get 3 months free. So if you get VIP tickets, make sure you know. 1 year free for our Film Fest winners. That's fantastic. Remember, V. Neal is our final guest announcement. We're lucky to have her. Fantastic. And she will be judging with the Jones Brothers, the special effects contest. So make sure you are a part of it. Thank you guys so much for being a part of this, hanging out with us. Yes, Michael, it is sad that Kane dropped off. The Supernaturals 1986. You got to bring it. Bring it to Real Combat. I'd love to try it out. Sell it to me. And Radar, thanks for joining in, brother. But guys, until next time, I'm Mick Manhattan for Carolina Fear Fest. Make sure you get your tickets. VIPs are live. You're going to want to get your VIPs. They go so fast. Weekend pass holders are available as well. It's extended Friday night. It's open to everybody, so make sure you come on down. It's going to be a great time. I'll be there. Lots of people will be there. All horror fans having fun. Let's bring it together. Have a good time. And until next time, I'm Mick Manhattan. Make sure you guys stay spooky, and I'll talk to you soon.